This may be of interest, passing along from Sydney McGill. This was sent from a friend. Texas, something is not sitting right with me. Texas, and it's not just the weather. I mean, it really bothers me, these millions of Texas families all suffering. I couldn't sleep actually, so I woke up this morning, made coffee, and got to researching. I started polling Biden's executive orders this morning, and I found something buried in the Keystone Pipeline executive order, way towards the end of the document. It turns out that the same day Biden shut down the Keystone Pipeline, he also lifted the security on our power grid for 90 days. Trump's executive order the year prior secured our power grid by giving China no access. Here below is the snippet buried in Biden's Keystone Pipeline executive order. Executive Order 13920 of May 1, 2020, securing the United States bulk power system, is hereby suspended for 90 days. The Secretary of Energy and the Director of OMB shall jointly consider whether to recommend that a replacement order be issued. Just a small little paragraph tucked away in one of Biden's executive orders the first day he was in office, under the umbrella of restoring science to tackle the climate crisis. You can find it in the description. So I researched our energy transformers that supply our power grid. Turns out we have 0 transformers in this country that were manufactured in China prior to 2009. From 2009 to 2019, China has manufactured 200 of our transformers, supplying 60% of our power grid. Trump's executive order states this snippet interestingly enough. May 1, 2020, President Trump stated that the United States should no longer purchase transformers and other electric grid equipment manufactured in China. He signaled that it is important to end relationships that U.S. utilities have directly with Chinese businesses and multinational companies manufacturing transformers in China, which are later plugged into the electric grid in the United States. Chinese power equipment can be embedded without software and hardware that can be remotely accessed, enhancing China's ability to commit cyber attacks. Because power transformers are huge and weigh between 100 and 400 tons, it is not easy to identify embedded software nor hardware. There is also a potential hardware risk since counterfeit items can be easily put into large power transformers. You can read Trump's executive order found under the federalregistration.gov/government documents securing the United States bulk power system, and I'll put the link in the description. What prompted Trump's executive order was his prior report right here. The Department of Energy found in this report that there were 6 U.S. power transformer manufacturers and 30 Chinese power transformer manufacturers. You can also find that report in the description. Most recent projects were completed in Houston, Las Vegas, and New Jersey. If you look up Electric Panda, you will wonder why in the heck this isn't front page news now in Texas. Conclusively, Biden, on his first day in office, opened up the American electrical grid to China. His very first day in office, 3 weeks later, 5 million are without power and struggling to keep their families warm, and many livestock are unable to survive the emergent conditions caused by power and limited water. XMA header image. Executive Order on protecting public and the environment and restoring science to tackle the climate crisis, the White House. Please see whitehouse.gov.